So I have this really interesting thing I'm doing. So I found these online, actually through a workshop, and we started talking about them. We have it's kind of like a Rider-Waite deck, but it's before. So it shows you like the moments before the card and the moments after the card. So these are kind of cool. I have not read them. So this is totally just going with how I feel about them, what I see in them. It's just kind of a fun thing. And, you know, as you're looking at them, you know, write down or think about what you think of these cards. I think it's really interesting. So I will take pictures of these and have them in pairs. And I want to make sure I do this right because, so this is the before full. This is the full. And then this is the after full. So, and you'll see them up on the screen. And when you're looking at them, you know, the fool's about, you know, taking a leap of faith or whatever. So if you're looking at like, what is this before? It almost looks to me like when he's looking at this dog in the before tarot, which is the one on the left, it feels like the dog is almost like, come on, you know, let's go. And you're picking flowers, and why are you doing this? Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's what I feel like it says that. And he is picking the flowers, and then the tarot card itself is showing him with that flower at the edge of the cliff. I believe the dog is giving him warning in the before, and he is guiding him here, kind of like, watch it. But then you have the after. And I like this because he's falling off the cliff, he's holding on, and he's smelling his flower or rose or whatever it is. The only thing I don't like about it is he's losing his knapsack. And the knapsack is important to me in the Fool. But it does say, like, if you're not careful, it's good to have that childlike curiosity, but if you're not careful, then you might lose those things that you're taking along with you. In this case, your knapsack, and you might be hanging from a cliff. The only reason why I don't like it is I feel like the Fool speaks of a very promising beginning, because sometimes when we take the intellect and the thought out of what we do, we go after it with little fear. And this does show that he's going after things with little fear. The Tower to me is also interesting, but you know, I'm kind of a fan of the Tower card anyway. So we have the before, I don't know, the before, the Tarot card, and I'll have a picture of, and the after. So when you look at these together, the Tower is sitting there and there's lightning on either side. Now, here's the curious thing, and I've always felt this way about the Tower card. You see that person in the window. He's in the window, or two windows, like the top one and the one on the right. And he's in those windows, and the lightning striking on either side. He has time to get down. That's what that's telling me. Like, here's the warning, here's the lightning, get down out of that tower. That's what I feel like that says. There are people walking to the tower, which I find very interesting as well. So they're trying to, okay, so that could be that they're trying to go there in the storm to find protection, but the guys in the top need to come down because it's the top part that we lose, right? And then it does show the lightning comes in, hits the tower, and these guys jump or fall to their destiny or to their fate. But let's think about that again. The first card shows that there's a warning. So, and I've always felt that way with the Tower, even though there is some things in our life that we don't really have a warning about, like, oh, wow, okay, thanks, this sucks. But to some degree, there is still a warning. I would say any Tower moment, if you look back at it, there was some kind of warning sign or anything, and we weren't looking at it. I believe that with the Tower. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a good thing, or I don't mean that at all. What I mean is that you can prepare yourself to some degree, and even though it still may feel very devastating, how you handle it emotionally is how prepared you are for it. Anyway, that's my tower take. And then the after shows the tower completely gone. Also the crown, because the crown is straight above on the before tarot. It's off to the side because the lightning's coming in, and then it completely goes off to the ground. It shows the people on the ground. It shows that, you know, it's pretty leveled. It's kind of a sad take on it. But I still think we can remedy that, you know. Another interesting one, I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. I picked out a lot. The Four of Cups. So you've got the before and after. So the before, he's drinking out of a cup. He's being handed 3 cups. He takes one. He's drinking out of it. But then in the picture, he's got the 3 cups down there, and he's being handed one and not looking at it at all, looking at the 3 cups. Like, I don't want that. Then in the after, he takes the cup and pours it out. What an attitude. Like, that's attitude. Someone you give someone something and they just pour it out. I said, I'm not taking that. I just feel like that's attitude. You know, it says a lot. And what I'm going to do, like, okay, let me do one more set. I won't do the 8 of Cups, although I do like that one. I'll do it another time. Let's do the 10 of Cups. I mean, I've got all of the cards here, but it's a lot. So we've got the 10 of Cups before, during, and after. And this is just kind of a sweet card. And I wanted to do that. So before, it's raining and they're trying to find sanctuary, right? They're trying to find a happy place. And then when the sun comes out, they appreciate that sun. Like, that's what I feel like in the now tarot, is they're really appreciating it and it feels good. And then in the after, it's just evening and they're having a campfire and they're all together. That's a really feel-good card. So I'm glad that they kept it that way throughout those cards. So the other thing too, really quickly, is how would you use these? And I've been thinking about this and I'm really not quite sure how I want to use them in a reading. I kind of started thinking, well, maybe if you're trying to clarify, so if you're clarifying something that's in the future, maybe you use the after tarot and say, okay, this is how you're going to handle that. And not like pick the card that's coming up, but pick just randomly, you know, draw a card or shuffle and draw a card. And the same with the before is, okay, what led you here? Then again, randomly take one of the before tarots and pick it out. I think that you could definitely take the same card and show them together, but I think that's too purposeful. I believe that, you know, randomly choosing something is much more, you know, letting our spirits and our guides tell us what we need to be told. And I think we can use these in that respect. And that's something I will try maybe, you know, a couple weeks from now. We'll see. I'm going to be going away for work for a week. I'm going to try to have content available, but I'm going to probably be a little bit sporadic during that second week of September. Third week of September, I guess. Second week. Anyway, that is the before and after tarot, and then compare it to the tarot, the Rider Waite. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks.